go over the activity that goes along with the Mandalorian. You may see my dog, like I said, go through this without. That's because he likes to be the star of the show, because he is my dog after all. So for this activity, you're going to need either one of two things. You can do this activity with a pool noodle, or you can do it with a scarf. For me, I'm going to use a scarf. Why? Because my pool noodles here are actually in my pool, and they're not cut to the right size to be for this activity. So I'm going to show you the modifications with this scarf so you can kind of see how it is. Now, for this activity, we got a couple different sections. We have an introduction, an A section, a B section, a bridge, a C section, and a coda. So, pretty simple, right? And for this activity, you're going to see a lot of creative movement and creative exploratory time for your kids. So, for the introduction, there are 8 recorder calls. They're kind of like horn calls, except for they're played on the recorder. For each of these calls, your kids are going to do a different pose. You can have them do each of the poses with their pool noodle / scarf, or they can do it without, and on the last one, they can pick up and show you they're ready to go. I'm going to do this activity as each of my 8 poses are not with my scarf. So, they'll strike a Mandalorian type pose for pose 1. They'll strike another pose for pose 2. Another pose for pose 3. Another pose for pose 4. And then encourage your students to use different levels. So they can go up high, they can go down low. This is that great time to use that levels vocabulary with them too. So you're gonna do 8 different poses. For me, because I'm not using my pool noodle, I'm going to, or my scarf, for my last pose, my last horn call, I'm gonna pick up my pool noodle and be ready to go. I then go into the A section. The A section for this piece is another one of those that they can really be exploratory with, because they're going to be, as the Mandalorian, looking for Grogu or Baby Yoda. They can use it, if they have a pool noodle, they can use it like it's a telescope or a scarf. And they're just going to survey the land. And for, even if they have a pool noodle, they can do it like that. Even if they have a scarf, they can do it like that too, and use it as imaginary play for them, right? This lesson's intended for 2nd graders. They still have those creative thoughts in their brain, and they can use that exploratory creative play. So, we're going to pretend like our scarf is like a telescope, and we're going to look for that baby Grogu. And we're going to look at all different levels, and we're going to encourage our students to look at all different levels too. Now, for the B section, your kids are going to move around the room for this. Every time they move around the room, they're going to go step, together, make an X. 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 Right? Super simple. They're going to do that for the whole B section. It goes back to A after that. So you're going to look for that Grogu, look for Baby Yoda again for a little bit. Then it goes back to B. So the step, together, make an X. Step, together, make an X. Solid, right? So I thought. For your C section, right, or your bridge. Not your C section, your bridge. My bad. For your bridge, you're going to take your scarf, and this is only 10 counts. You're going to trace the outline of a planet. Our planet happens to be a circle. Ooh, all right. So for this one, I'm just going to let go of one hand, and you're just going to trace it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. For your next section, which is your C section, and this is the part where the brass really comes in, and you're going to hear it sounds a lot like a fanfare. Your kids are going to show you their best Mandalorian lightsaber fighting moves. So they're going to do all the things. Now, I always tell my kids they can improvise this section, they can make it up, but their scarf must stay in one hand, and they must stay in one spot. We're not jumping around the room. We're not using it as a blindfold. I'm not whacking my neighbor next to me. I'm just showing off my sweet moves. Now, we go back to the A section for a little bit after that, so you're going to hunt for baby Grogu again. Baby Yoda. From all over the place. Our final section they're going to take, which is our coda, they're going to take their scarf up above their head, lower it slowly, and then strike their favorite Mandalorian pose from before. Colby, you cannot eat that. Right? So that's the whole activity. Now the next video, we're going to put it all together with the music and you're going to see how it works. Sweet. I'll see you there.